Welcome back to the MNstash, the only channel on YouTube where Aunt May actually stays dead. And today we're looking at the amazing Spider-Man Annual Issue 1, the first annual of what has been the worst Spider-Man series to date. Is this issue any better? Well, no, obviously, but before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe as we're trying to reach 460 subscribers before the end of the week, so any support means the world. Now, just in case you haven't been keeping up, let's quickly go over a recap. So Ben Reilly, the clone of Spider-Man, was twisted into the villainous Chasm. Seeking revenge on Peter, he teamed up with fellow clone MADELYNE PRYOR, A.K.A. the GOBLIN QUEEN, to unleash the demonic forces of Limbo Dimension onto New York City. However, MADELYNE had a change of heart that helped turn the tide in the battle, leading to the imprisonment of Chasm and the establishment of the Limbo Embassy, a safe haven for demons in New York City. But not everyone was happy with the conclusion. JANINE GODBE, A.K.A. HALLOWS EVE, has a history with jail and is particularly furious that her boyfriend Ben Reilly is imprisoned. Now, with all that being said, our story begins with what the average writer on the She-Hulk show looks like being attacked by a demon. And by attacked, I mean he's just standing there. Anyway, Spider-Man gives him a broken jaw, and I'm sure that Scorpion knows a lot about those. But as the demon tries to make a break for it, he is locked out of the Limbo Embassy, but lucky for him, Spider-Man seems to have the key. Our scene then cuts to Ben Reilly sitting down living out his sentence when Hallows Eve randomly spawns in and swiftly forms a prison break. Spider-Man is then found by the Queen of Limbo and is considered a nuisance. As she's busy, she then throws everything that isn't supposed to be there out of the embassy, which included Hallows Eve, even though she was unaware of her presence. And now get this, somehow Twitter crazies found this part offensive. Spider-Man tells Hallows Eve that Ben has to face consequences for his actions. Somehow, that is offensive, but whatever. The only part that I would argue with that right now he is literally best mates with Norman Osborn. That's still a thing, isn't it? Anyway, the Queen is rightfully pissed at her attempt at a prison break, so she bans Hallows Eve from ever returning and for some reason included Spider-Man with that punishment. The story then ends with Hallows Eve telling Peter never to speak to her or Ben Reilly ever again because we can't have nice things. Like, remember that time when they were actually brothers for a little bit? Shame Marvel editorial hates good ideas and a happy Peter Parker. And so before we get into the second story, I'll go over my opinions of the first one. Reading this one left me feeling empty, bored, hell, even in shock that people actually still buy this book. It's such a boring story and one that also doesn't really make any sense. It also has no real connection to Zeb Wells' run and just serves as a cash grab. One part that really bugs me is when the Queen bans Spidey 2 from ever returning. I mean, what exactly did Peter do to break her trust? He was tricked into going there thinking he was stopping a demon from attacking someone. That alone should be more than enough to absolve him. Jeez, what did this story actually accomplish aside from shitting on Peter some more? I mean, it's not like we expected anyone to help him going forward, but MADELYNE wasn't even up for consideration since she barely interacted with Peter, so this whole banishment is completely worthless. Also, the treatment of poor old Ben Reilly in modern comics, it's so horrible. Like seriously, this man cannot catch a single break. And I haven't even mentioned how bad the artwork is. A lot of the comics now, a lot of modern comics, seriously have such poor artwork, it's not even funny anymore. It just feels like there's no talented artists or writers, for that matter as well, working for the big companies, and it's saying a lot about the state of them. I mean, come on. This is just downright childish artwork. Alright boys, it's time. Time for the return of Mary Jane and Paul. Are you serious?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Never mind. Our scene opens up in Forest Hills where we can see everyone celebrating Aunt Anna's 250th birthday. Because, you know, Anna and Aunt May just seem to stay 70 years old forever since 1960. And then we get a lovely line from NJ where she says, Peter's pain is really my gain. Yeah, right. Then all of a sudden, Aunt Anna tries to kill Mary Jane, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are now at with Spider-Man comics. Dare I say, we've somehow hit a new low. Again. And then for some reason, without any hesitation, Mary Jane tells Paul to shut up and tries to shove a chair through Anna's throat. Hold on a second. Sorry, what? Okay, alright. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Jane wins Niece of the Year. Anna then throws Aunt May into the open dishwasher full of knives pointing up, which Paul put there, asshole. Unfortunately, May is saved by Peter, only for him to then become Anna's bitch as she punches him across the room. This goes on, by the way, like he continually gets his ass beat by an old lady, and this shit is so ridiculous. Lucky for little puny Parker, MJ force feeds Anna cake with sleeping pills inside of it so they can get her to Ravencroft, where it's revealed that this isn't the only case of random people going on a murder spree. Also, what the f is the point of the umbrella if you're not going to use it in the brain, you moron, Paul? The story then ends with a shot of Anna in her cell looking like she just read Zeb Wells' Spider-Man comics. Jesus, where do I even start with this shit show? It's somehow worse than the first story, and how is this so horrible under different writers? This editorial is my head's gonna explode. This is the worst editorial we've ever had. They seriously can't even hire any good writers, not even artists. Look at the artist. And they just had to force Peter into saying he's not with MJ because of course. And we just can't forget the return of Paul, can we now? Because apparently he is the most loved character in the Spider-Man comics. I mean, that's how they see it probably. And so now Spider-Man needs help to win a fight against an old lady? How did he manage to get his ass beat against Aunt Anna? Not only that, but no one decided that it was out of character for Mary Jane to fight her without any hesitation, nor any form of remorse? Jesus, it's like they hit rock bottom and just decided to keep on digging. We're talking about the man who smacked around Firelord and left him unconscious. Now we can't even beat an old lady? Hell, Tombstone's even got puny Parker as his bitch. These books aren't made with any love for Spider-Man. Instead, these are made purely with hate and spite, probably due to the fact that a fictional character has had more girlfriends than they will ever have in their entire life. Peter being married isn't relatable, my ass. These hacks continue to spit in the faces of Spider-Man fans, and it doesn't look like it's gonna get any better anytime soon. But that is it for today. If you have enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe for more content on the way. Any support means so much. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this annual. Down below in the comment section, we can start a conversation. Tune in next time for when we go over the definitive ending of Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Same web time, same web channel. Thank you guys for watching again. See you in the next one.